Good to see you all. When I announced in early December that I had a goal that I set of administering 100 million shots for the virus in the first 100 days of our office. 100 million shots in 100 days. It was considered ambitious. Some even suggested it was somewhat audacious. Experts said that the plan was, quote, definitely aggressive, and distribution would have to be seamless for us to be successful. One headline simply put it, quote, it won't be easy, end of quote. Well, it wasn't. When we took office, there was a lot that had to be done. We needed more vaccines, more vaccinators, more places for people to get vaccinated. And we needed a whole-of-government approach. So I directed Jeff Zients.
Hi everyone. I hope you are having an amazing Wednesday. Welcome back to my channel. Here's your stimulus check update, news report, and stimulus package update for Thursday, March 18th. I have a lot of stimulus news to share with you in this video. I will be sharing the status of the third stimulus check, as well as what you can do to speed up the delivery process of your $1,400 stimulus payment. Make sure to watch until the end of this video to learn the possible reasons for why you have not received your stimulus check yet. First, let's talk about stimulus check scams. For millions of Americans, tax season means a tax refund. However, according to Thomas Federico, it's also the perfect time for scammers to cash in. Federico is a special agent in charge of such investigations for the IRS. He said, throughout the United States, Criminal Investigations is investigating hundreds of these scams. If you receive a text or a phone call or an email from someone stating they're from the IRS or any other organization saying they can help you get your economic impact payment faster, it's false and it's a scam. Federico says in his field office, they're vetting leads every day. It is not just for tax preparation related scams but also ones related to the third round of stimulus checks. He says it's a numbers game. The scammers send out blast emails or phone calls, then solicit personal information so they can steal your identity, file false returns, or divert funds fraudulently. In addition, the IRS will never contact anyone via phone, social media or email to ask for information. Federico stated, if something doesn't feel right, if someone's asking you specifically for information that you're not comfortable giving, then you want to check up on that first before you just freely give out your information. You are ultimately responsible for everything that is on your tax return. We advise, before the return is filed, before you sign your return, make sure that you go line by line and you understand everything that's on your tax return. The Internal Revenue Service says prevention by safeguarding personal information is one of the most effective ways to prevent becoming a victim. Now let's go over a few reasons why you may not have received your money yet. Number 1. Your bank has not processed your stimulus payment yet. Two banking giants aren't giving their customers access to their $1,400 checks before March 17th. Other smaller banks have decided to go ahead and make the funds available to consumers immediately. JP Morgan Chase and Wells Fargo said in a statement that they wouldn't put the money into accounts until the U.S. Treasury's effective date for the payments. Number 2, your check will be arriving in a different batch. Right now, the IRS has to deal with distributing this third round of stimulus checks during tax season. However, IRS Commissioner Chuck Redding has promised in a news release that the multitasking wouldn't slow the delivery of relief payments he said were needed by millions of Americans to cope with this historic pandemic. But even with IRS employees working around the clock, getting millions of stimulus checks out is a huge task. So, that means the stimulus checks will send out in batches. The first batch of direct deposits were sent out last weekend. The IRS stated that another batch was to go out this week, with more batches to follow in the coming weeks. Number 3, your stimulus check was garnished. Unfortunately, you may not see your stimulus check yet because the money has been intercepted. Debt collectors couldn't garnish the 2 earlier relief payments, but with this third stimulus package, debt collectors are allowed to garnish $1,400 stimulus checks. Because the bill was fast-tracked through Congress using the budget reconciliation process, the stimulus money can be seized to pay many types of debt. However, your check cannot be garnished for tax debt or to pay back child support. According to Yahoo, if your stimulus check is at risk because you're overwhelmed by debt, a lower interest debt consolidation loan can help you get a handle on what you owe and pay it off more quickly. Number 5. Currently, the IRS is prioritizing direct deposit payments, so if you'll be receiving a paper stimulus check or a debit card, you may have to wait longer for your third stimulus check. It can take up to a few weeks for paper and plastic payments to reach Americans. That is the end of the video, everyone. I hope you found this video helpful. Make sure to enter the $50 Amazon gift card giveaway by subscribing to my channel, liking this video, and commenting below.
We have gone from 1 million shots a day that I promised in December, before we were even sworn in, to an average of 2.5 million shots a day, outpacing the rest of the world significantly. And here's how we accomplished this. Using the power given to a president under the Defense Production Act, we expedited critical materials in vaccine production, such as equipment, machinery, and supplies. We work with vaccine manufacturers to speed up the delivery of millions more doses and brokered a historic manufacturing partnership between competing companies who put patriotism and public health first. These steps put us on track to have enough vaccine supply for every adult American by the end of May, months earlier than anyone expected. And we stood up or supplied more than 600 community vaccination sites that are administering hundreds of thousands of shots per day. We launched the federal pharmacy program, which has allowed millions of Americans to get a shot at one of 14,000 local pharmacies in this country, the same way they get their flu shot. And for folks who aren't near a pharmacy or mass vaccination center, we've supplied more than 500 mobile clinics, like pop-up sites or vans, meeting people where they are. We deployed nearly 6,000 federal personnel, including FEMA, active duty military, and Department of Health and Human Services to support vaccinations and serve as vaccinators, putting the needle in people's arms. We're also supplying vaccines to community health centers to reach those who have been the hardest hit and suffered the most.